Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Hey, how's everybody doing today? This is a new class I've been having up. And as everybody read from before, this is going to be a class on law, the law of order, war, marriage, and responsibility. And I'm going to be reading from Deuteronomy chapter 20 to verse 22. Okay? So, Shabbat Shalom, man. How's everybody doing? Today, I will not be having a screen up or a thumbnail. It's going to just be me and you, face to face. Mano a mano. How's everybody doing, though? Let me start this off real quick before I begin the monologue or whatever I feel like doing. This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 17. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of Hamashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High, Basham Hamashiach Yahushua. So whatever you say, whatever you do it all in the name of Hamashiach Yahushua. Every time you give thanks to the Most High, you do it in the name of Hamashiach Yahushua, and He will take it to the Father. Okay? Also, Ephesians 5 and 20. Give thanks always for all things. Whatever you say, whatever you do, right? Whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of Hamashiach Yahushua. And Ephesians 5 and 20 just expounds on that to say, giving thanks always for all things unto the Most High. And when you pay attention to that, always give thanks always for what? All things unto the Most High. The water Most High for this. The water Most High. Thank you for this, Most High. Thank you for this, Most High. All right, Basham Hamashiach Yahushua, in the name of the only begotten Son, who the world really calls Jesus Christ. Hamashiach Yahushua, the anointed Savior. All right, and the Father, in the name of Hamashiach Yahushua. All right, I just wanted to make that point right there. Let me further expound on that if I got to, man, because you never know. Let's see. Give me a second. I learned something recently, especially doing classes with Zaquan Thawam. You know, you tend to learn things, and, you know, one is taking your time. Okay. Go to John 14:6. As I'm saying, in the name of the anointed Savior, and I want to teach you guys this in the name of the anointed Savior. So, whatever you do, whatever you say, and giving thanks always for all things, right? And then when you go to John 14:6, it reads, Hamashiach Yahushua saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. And when you think about that, you know, so let's imagine I'm a Mashiach Yahushua. I'm not. I would never say that. I'm just saying, for a point that I'm making, let's just imagine that I'm a Mashiach Yahushua. And I just want everybody to pay attention to this because I'm trying to teach it to you the best way I can. I have no magic words. I don't have this special charisma to keep you captivated and motivated to listen to the things that I'm saying. Just pay attention. John 14:6. Hamashiach Yahushua saith unto him, I am the way. Right? So give thanks always for all things in the name of Hamashiach Yahushua, right? Giving thanks always for all things. Whatever you say, whatever you do. Right? And then John 14:6 just further solidifies, right, in this key point. In John 14:6, Hamashiach Yahushua saith unto him, I am the way. So taking your purse to him, he's saying, I am the way. I come in the volume of the book, for it is written of me to do thy will, O Most High. So if he's the way, he's showing you what to do to get to the Most High, right? To get his attention. Because in Hosea 5:15, he said, I will go to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek me early, and in their affliction, they will seek me. And I said that kind of backwards. Salakia. Okay? John 14:6. Hamashiach Yahushua saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. And all these things correlate and go together. So I want you all to also to understand, go to John chapter 6, verse 44. Book of John, chapter 6, and verse 44. And this is in red. This is my big brother, Hamashiach Yahushua, our big brother, Hamashiach Yahushua, the 12 tribes of Israel, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Reuben, Simeon, Issachar, Gad, Manasseh, Zebulun, Ephraim, Asher, Naphtali, all 12 tribes. Okay? John 6:44 says, no man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me, draw him. So now the Most High is saying there's no way to his Son but through him. And there's no way back to him but through Hamashiach Yahushua. Because he's going to take you to the Father. But the only way you can get to him is if what? You know him. If you do not know the Most High, man, hey, sorry but not sorry. You are not getting into the kingdom of the Most High. And that's how it always should be going down. And this will further solidify the precepts that I'm going in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 20 to chapter 22 to further solidify about the hierarchy, the Most High, Hamashiach Yahushua, the man, the wife, the son, and the daughter. And the son is the defense to the father. And the father is the defense to the son. You can't get to the father unless you pass through the son. And there's a order about it. Law and order. There's an order about it. Right? The son should never allow anybody to get past him to the father to even touch him, because the father is raising him. Because nobody can get to the son but through him. And this is in life. This is life. This is how things go. And we'll get to the mother and daughter part. We're going to get there. But first, we're talking about the father, because he is the most important aspect in life when it comes to the family. Nobody can never get touched unless the father is there. If the father is not there, everyone gets touched. That's what you got to understand. That's why that order is there. 1 Corinthians 11:3. All right? I will have you know that the head of the man is Christ. And the head of Christ is the father. And the head of the woman is the man. And it keeps going down. Okay? John chapter 6, verse 44. No man can come to me except the Father which has sent me draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day. Except the Father which hath sent me draw him. And you get that in Deuteronomy 18:18. Except the Father which hath sent me draw him. And then you can read in Deuteronomy 18:18 that the Most High sent him. Let me finish this. And I will raise him up at the last day. Verse 45. It is written in the prophets. It is written in the prophets, and they shall be all taught of the Most High. Every man, therefore, that hath heard and hath learned of the Father, and hath learned of the Father, and hath learned of the Father. Right there further solidifies. And hath learned of the Father cometh unto me. That solidified just what I said. If you don't know the Most High, you're not getting to a Mashiach Yahushua, and you are not getting the kingdom. Period. Point blank. All right. And I gotta go to John 14:6. This is John chapter 14, verse 6. Hamashiach Yahushua saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. And we just read, you got to go through the Father to get to the Son. But by me. If ye had known me, ye should have known my Father also. Ye should have known my Father also. Let's see how you should have known the Most High also. He said, no, he said, ye should have known my Father also. If ye had known me, you should have known my Father also. Let's go back to John 6 and go to verse 38. It's the book of John, chapter 6, verse 38. If you had known me, you should have known my Father also. Because in John 6 and 44, he said, John 6 and 45, he that learneth of the Father cometh unto me. It's written in the book of the prophets. John 6 and 38. For I come down from heaven, not to do my own will, but the will of him that sent me. What I was talking about in Deuteronomy 18 and 18. For I came down from heaven, not to do my own will, but the will of him that sent me. See? And this is the Father's will, which hath sent me, that of all which hath given me, I should lose nothing, but should raise it up again at the last day. He said that in John 6, 44 to 45. And I will raise you up. And verse 40, and this is the will of him that sent me, that everyone which seeth the Son and believeth on him may have everlasting life. And do you see him? He cometh in the volume of the book, for it is written of me. Do you see him in Genesis, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy? Right? Genesis, Leviticus, Exodus, Deuteronomy, Numbers. Do you see him in Joshua? Do you see him in Samuel? Do you see him in Ezra? Do you see him in Ezekiel? Do you see him in Job? Hosea? Matthew? Luke, Mark, John? Acts? The Apocrypha? Do you see him? Hamashiach Yahushua comes in the volume of the book, for it is written of him to do the Most High's will. Do you see him? And that's very important. And then, you got 41 to 43, the Sadducees and Pharisees are murmuring and they talking, whatever else. And that's when you go in verse 44. No man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me draw him. And I will raise him up at the last day. You see that? In verse 40, when you go up to verse 40, and I'm just going to say at the end, and I will raise him up at the last day. He said it again twice. And I will raise him up at the last day. Go to John 14 and 13, though. So I got to go through this first before. So I got to let y'all know, if you don't know the Most High, man, you're done. You're done. John chapter 14, verse 13. If you don't know the Most High, you're done. You can't just go straight to the Son. That don't work. John chapter 14, verse 13. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. So you can understand in Deuteronomy 18 and 18. that the things that the Most High said the Son was going to do was going to glorify the Father. That the Father may be glorified in the Son. And you know, that's why a lot of people say Most High in Christ bless, because the Most High is in him. Not the Trinity thing, but he's in him. And I got to further talk about this before I get to what I'm going to, because this is very, very, very important. You have to know the Most High. Right? Verse 14, if ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. If you love me, keep my commandments. And I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, that he may abide with you forever. Even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not. So hold up, the Spirit of truth? Even the Spirit of truth? Isaiah 11 and verse 2. And the Spirit of the Most High shall rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Most High. So wisdom, understanding, knowledge the accumulation of understanding, right? And knowledge, with that knowledge you get wisdom, and wisdom is a proper application of knowledge. See what I'm saying? So when you go back to John 14 and verse 14, oops, nope, 17, Salakia. John chapter 14, verse 17, even the Spirit of truth, which is what? The proper application of knowledge. The accumulation of understanding gives you knowledge of it. So remember, and then you apply with the proper application of knowledge, with the accumulation of understanding. So let me start at 16, John 14 and 16. And I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, someone to comfort you, right? He will give you someone to comfort you, right? I hope I'm making this clear. Hamashiach Awashai said, and I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, right? That he may abide with you forever. Even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, even the Spirit of truth. What gives you the truth? Sing it with me, class. Psalms 119, 142, for thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. And thy law is the truth. John 14 and 17, because it seeth him not. Verse 17, even the Spirit of truth, the understanding, the knowledge, the wisdom, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not. Who's the him? The Spirit of truth. Think about it. Ding. That light up there should come on. Ding. Ding. Because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him. But ye know him, for he dwelleth with you, and shall be in you. The understanding, the knowledge, and the wisdom. I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you. The Spirit of Mashiach Yahushua. And that comforter will speak of him. It's not going to tell his own story. He's going to speak of a Mashiach Yahushua. Man, I can't tell y'all. I got to speak to y'all in parables, because this is not for everybody. The Most High don't want everybody. This message is to those that get it. And if you get it and everybody else don't get it, the Most High don't want them. I'm going to give you another one. Verse 19. Yet a little while, and the world seeth me no more. And this is to the ones the Most High want right here, next one. But ye see me, because I live, ye shall live also. But ye see me. You got to put that together. But ye see me. Man, let's go. Man, go to Deuteronomy chapter 20, man. Come on now. Man. All right, here we go. Here we go. The law of order, war, marriage. Come on, y'all. Let's roll, man. Book of Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 1. When thou goest out to battle against thine enemies, and seest horses and chariots, and a people more than thou, be not afraid of them. Right? So today, you got to apply that. When thou goest out to battle against thine enemies, a lot of people will come against us. Who shall rouse him up? Think about it. Who shall rouse him up? When thou goest out to battle against thine enemies and seest horses and chariots. Today, you got motorcycles and these squad cars and everything else. And a people more than thou, for the most high thy power is with thee, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. Most high is with us. No. Most high is with us. All right, this is when we go to war. This is those who have the faith. And if you're not of those 12 tribes, man, it don't matter if you have faith or not. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Reuben, Simeon, Issachar, Gad, Manasseh, Zebulun, Ephraim, Asher, Naphtali. 12 tribes. That's who I'm talking to. The 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. I'm talking to y'all. All right? For the Most High thy power is with thee, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And it shall be, when ye are come nigh unto the battle, that the priest shall approach and speak unto the people. Right? And he shall say unto them, Hear, O Israel, ye approach this day unto battle against your enemies. Let not your hearts faint. And that's what I'm saying to y'all. Let not your hearts faint. And you got times like this where a lot of things is happening because we're in Jacob's trouble, but we're not in Jacob's trouble where it's going to be straight war. You're going to be seeing thousands at your left and 100,000s at your right just fall, but not you. Not you. Not you. The thing is that faith, that courage, everything that you do, the study, the classes, is to build up that faith. That's what it's for. It's to build it up. Build that faith up, man. Let not your hearts faint. What is the heart? Let's define that. Go to Mark 7 and 21. Go to the book of Mark. Chapter 7 and verse 21. For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts. Evil thoughts. This is especially when we're at war and we're going against our enemy. You having them evil thoughts in your head and stuff, you ain't got them out. That's why you got to get rid of them because, hey, the Day of Atonement is coming out. And you want to be like Baba Kasha, Abanawa Yahweh, Salakiyah, Hatayam. Baba Kasha, Abanawa Yahweh, Salakiyah, Hatayam. Abanawa Yahweh, Baba Kasha, Salakiyah, Hatayam. Salakiyah, Hatayam. Salakiyah, Hatayam. Forgive me of my sins. Please, 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 my Father, the Most High. I ain't saying his name for y'all. You want to take classes and learn it. Abanawa Yahweh, Baba Kushab means please, please, please. Our Father, the Most High, forgive us. Forgive me of my sins. Khatayam. Very important. Get those evil thoughts out your mind, man. And it's hard living in these days. You got people coming to the left and the right of you, coming at you. Can be a significant other. Just spirits jumping on us all the time, man. Proceed evil thoughts, adulteries, fornication, murders. Man, I had that problem. I used to murder people in my head all the time. So I want to crush them. And I gotta like, man, and right then and there, I would like I've always been good at talking and I could talk my way out of it, you know, but I've always been in the ring. Nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? I was real heavy into it for about 10 years, heavy. Always in the gym, just sparring. Pop, pop, pop. You know what I'm saying? So when I first got into mixed martial arts, nobody got mercy, you know, because I really knew how to take it. I could fight before, but once I got into the ring, I really learned how to fight. It was curtains. And I was just like, you know what I'm saying? It was like mostly when the test came, I took it and I passed. Before, I worried about getting hit and taking hits, even though once you take a hit, it's like, oh, okay, now, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Once I got in the ring, I wasn't taking no hits. I get out and then give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Make you make mistakes. But what I'm saying that to say, I had no F's to give no more when I first got into it. And it made me comfortable, but it also, I didn't have those thoughts in my head. I was able to get them out. And now that I'm older, I'm more dangerous now because I ain't got time to play with you. But I also don't have time to spend in prison. And those thoughts start to come back because I ain't taking it out on you. So now I got to find out without having to take it out on you is to make sure I speak on what I got to speak on so they don't go here. Evil thoughts, murders, where I start murdering people in my head. And that's how we got to do it. When you have a problem with somebody, you got to tell them and speak your mind, regardless how they feel. It's cool to be respectful, but sometimes things come out and you got to say what you got to say. Okay? Con. Theft, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, an evil eye, blasphemy, how you talk about the Most High, pride, foolishness, 1 Samuel 13:13. That's transgression, foolishness. That's sin. He's not keeping the commandments. That's foolishness. All these evil things come from within and defile the man. See? Let's go back to Deuteronomy 20. So Deuteronomy 20, verse 3. And shall say unto them, this is the officer that's going to go out, and the priest that's going to go out and speak to the people when battle approaches. And shall say unto them, Hear, O Israel, ye approach this day unto battle against your enemies. Let not your hearts faint. Fear not, and do not tremble. Trembling. No. Tremble. Get that spirit. That's the spirit of fear on you. Neither be ye terrified because of them. That's where that faith of the Most High come in. Because I want the Most High. And if I know the Most High going to be on me, and that's why you read. Because through the scriptures you find what? You see that you have salvation. To fight for the Most High, your power is He that goeth with you, right? To fight for you against your enemies, to save you. Let His great be saved. Verse 5, and the officer shall speak unto the people, saying, what man is there that hath built a new house? And he comes in, because once the priest speaks, he steps back and the officer steps in. Now it's another voice. It's helping the people. Another voice come in. It's actually diverting and taking their attention off the battle and onto what's being said. That's why it's always good to have more than one speaker, so the people can pay attention to different voices. Verse 5, and the officer shall speak unto the people, saying, what man is there that hath built a new house and have not dedicated it? Let him go and return to his house, lest he die in the battle, and another man dedicate it. So you got to understand, back in the days, chariots and horses and stuff, a lot of brothers went to war and died. So, a lot of men didn't get married. And you have those men today that usually they died in war and they really didn't do anything in the government or whatever like that. They're here today and they're smashing everything in sight. Feel me? Let him go and return to his house, lest he die in the battle and another man dedicate his house, because he's going to be sleeping with his wife now. So that's when a woman is released, when her husband dies. Now she's a widow. And what man is he that hath planted a vineyard and hath not yet eaten of it? Let him also go and return unto his house. And y'all going to find why the officer is saying this, right? Let him also go and return unto his house, lest he die in the battle and another man eat of it. Again, and what man is there that hath betrothed a wife, engaged? That's why I call it, and betrothed a wife. Once you're betrothed to a woman, that's your wife. Without consummation yet, but it's a promise. Let him go and return unto his house, lest he die in the battle and another man take her. Verse 8, and the officer shall speak further unto the people, and they shall say, hold on, and the officer shall speak further unto the people, and they shall say, what man is there that is fearful and faint-hearted? Let him go and return unto his house, lest his brethren heart faint as well as his heart. And it shall be, when the officer hath made an end of speaking unto the people, that they shall make captains of the armies and lead the people. See? And now they're moving collectively. No faint-hearted brothers in that, and putting that spirit on other brothers. Okay? Now you got to understand, this is order. The order of things and how they go. This is the law, the second law. Deuteronomy means second law. Let's go to verse 10 now. When thou comest nigh unto a city to fight against it, then proclaim peace unto it. Now this has nothing to do with our enemies coming against us. This has everything for us taking it to our enemies now. Okay? When thou comest nigh unto a city to fight against it, then proclaim peace unto it. And it shall be, if it make thee answer of peace, and open unto thee, then it shall be that all the people, and when it says open unto thee, man, we don't want to smoke. We surrender. They just don't want to smoke. They don't want to die because they know we're about to kill them. They don't want to smoke. And it shall be, if it make thee answer of peace, and open unto thee, they open those gates and let us in, right? Then it shall be that all the people that is found therein shall be tributaries unto thee, and they shall serve thee. So we're not going in killing the women that are not virgins. We're not going in killing all the men and saving the women and children alive for our servants and handmaids. Okay? Verse 12. And if it will make no peace with thee, but will make war against thee. See, the other side don't know about that. They don't try. They just want to murder everybody. They're murderous people. And if it will make no peace with thee, but will make war against thee, then thou shalt besiege it. And when the Most High thy power hath delivered it into thine hands, thou shalt smite every male thereof with the edge of the sword. But the women and the little ones, and the cattle, and all that is in the city, even all the spoil thereof, shalt thou take unto thyself. Just don't take anything off the idols. Leave them alone, because we're going to burn everything that's on that idol, including that idol. And thou shalt eat the spoil of thine enemies, which the Most High thy power hath given thee. Verse 15. Thus shalt thou do unto all the cities which are very far off from thee, which are not of the cities of these nations, but of the cities of these people. There are cities that they own way over there. But of the cities of these people, which the Most High thy power doeth give thee for an inheritance, thou shalt save alive nothing that breatheth, but thou shalt utterly destroy them, namely the Hittites, and the Amorites, the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, as the Most High thy power hath commanded thee. That's what we're going to do. Save nothing alive that breatheth. Hold on. Verse 18. As the Most High thy power hath commanded thee. Now verse 18. That they teach you not to do after all their abominations, which they have done unto their powers. So should ye sin against the Most High your power. And this is very important, because this has a lot to do with a last day prophecy. This has a lot to do with how we're going to rule over these nations in the kingdom. And it also has a lot to do on why the Most High does what he does, because the Most High don't want us to learn from these nations. He don't want to learn nothing they do. That's why he says just knock off all the men. And you might say, well, the women could teach, but let's hold up and wait on it. Because we know right now, when it comes to women trying to teach us a different religion, we understand how you act. We understand how today a good minority of our sisters act just like a white man. And I'm not saying this to make fun of my people or anything like that. I don't. I love y'all. But I also know amongst a lot of brothers that the best soldier in a white man's army is a black woman. A so-called black woman, an Israelite woman. We're not going to get into that. And I'm not here to talk about y'all. That is information. I love you. Shalom. So let's go to Jeremiah 12 and 14 real quick. Let's read this, because this is future prophecy. This is about something that's going to happen and how it will be. And this is what you go to slice and dice people. You know, I'm talking about, everybody going to be equal in the kingdom. Nah, man. Nah. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 12, verse 14. Thus saith the Most High against all my evil neighbors that touch the inheritance which I have caused my people Israel to inherit. We just went over that. The land that it caused my people to inherit. Deuteronomy 20 and verse 16. But of the cities of these people, which the Most High thy power doeth give thee for an inheritance, thou shalt save alive nothing that breatheth. You see? Let's read this again. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 12, verse 14. Thus saith the Most High against all my evil neighbors that touch the inheritance which I have caused my people Israel to inherit. Because he told us to knock you off, and it's our inheritance after that. Okay? That touch the inheritance which I have caused my people Israel to inherit. Behold, I will pluck them out of their land, nation, and pluck out of the house of Judah from among them. And it shall come to pass, after that I have plucked them out, I will return and have compassion on them, talking about the nations, and will bring them again, every man to his inheritance, and every man to his land. And it shall come to pass, if they will, see, talking about the nations, if they will diligently learn the ways of my people, to swear by my name, the Most High liveth, as they have taught my people to swear by Baal. That's why the Most High want to get them up out of here, because he don't want us to learn Baal, which represents Lord. Then shall they be built in the midst of my people, in the midst of us. Why in the midst of us? Because we got to watch you. Now, you nations always getting into something. You always worshiping something, a rock, a stone, wood, whatever. You guys are insanely sick. Making up doctrines, getting people into your church, coming with their oh humble, how you doing today type of man. Just have a moist spirit. Just moist. A moist spirit. Sickening, man. These nations be having this spirit on themselves, man. Let's get back to Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 19. Moist, I tell you. When thou shalt besiege a city a long time and making war against it, see, it's another law. It's more instructions the Most High has given us, right? And this is understanding, and it gives me knowledge, and then the proper application of knowledge to know what to do, right? When thou shalt besiege a city a long time, right? Like they made us answer with peace, meaning they let us know that they're going to give up, because it's either lay down or get down, right? So they got down with the program. If not, we was going to lay them down. When thou shalt besiege a city a long time, and making war against it to take it, thou shalt not destroy the trees thereof by forcing an axe against them. So all the trees, we got different trees, different type of trees for something. You got trees for building, and you got trees for eating, okay? For forcing an axe against them, for thou mayest eat of them. And thou shalt not cut them down, for the tree of the field is man's life, to employ them in a siege, to keep us strong and nourished. Only the trees which thou knowest that they be not trees for meat, thou shalt destroy and cut them down, and thou shalt build bulwarks against the city that maketh war with thee, until it be subdued. Those are instructions, giving us understanding on what to do, and it gives us the knowledge. And all you got to do is act like you know something and apply that wisdom, which is the proper application of knowledge. See, this is why you read the law. These are sit downs for you to sit down and learn and understand. That way you can apply it till today. You know what to do. When you go out to battle, you got to have an officer. Oh, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't want officers over you. Y'all don't want captains over you. See, this is the thing that we talk about. You got to learn these things. But hey, I digress. Let's go start at Deuteronomy. Hold on. Call Asherah, the Bar Yahweh, Anai Shai, Wanashemai. All that Yahweh said, what we doing here. Every time we reach the bottom of a chapter and we're done with it, we always say that. Ka Asherah, the Bar Yahweh, Anai Shai, Wanashemai. All that Yahweh said, what we doing here. Verse 21, verse 1. If one be found slain in the land which the Most High thy power giveth thee to possess it, lying in the field. So man's been killed and he's lying in the field. And it be not known who hath slain him, he's found dead. Nobody knows who killed him. Right? Then thy elders and thy judges shall come forth, and they shall measure unto the cities which are round about him that is slain. So he's in his field. They got to understand what cities are surrounding this man so they know where they're going, because you got to know where he ran to. Okay, so we're going to have to go over there. All right? And it shall be that the city which is next unto the slain man, even the elders of that city shall take in heifer, which have not been wrought with, and which have not drawn in the yoke, and had sex, and had no babies. And the elders of that city shall bring down the heifer unto the rough valley, which is neither arid nor sown, and shall strike off the heifer's neck there in the valley. And the priests, the sons of Levi, shall come near for them the Most High thy power. Again, and the priests, the sons of Levi, shall come near. For the Most High thy power hath chosen to minister unto him, and to bless in the name of the Most High, and to bless in the name of the Most High. Now we got in the name of Hamashiach Yahushai. We didn't have to say in the name of Levi, because we had the Levites blessing in the name of the Most High. That was then. This is now. You get that? Back then, we didn't have to go Basham Hamashiach Yahushai. At that time, the Levites ministered to the Most High in the name of the Most High. Okay? And by their word shall every controversy and every stroke be tried, which is going to be now Hamashiach Yahushai judging the people and not the Levites. Okay? So now, and by Hamashiach Yahushai's word shall every controversy and every stroke be tried. He's the ultimate judge right now, under the Most High. Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Verse 6. And all the elders of that city that are next unto the slain man shall wash their hands over the heifer that is beheaded in the valley. And all the elders of that city that are next unto the slain men shall wash their hands over the heifer that is beheaded in the valley. And they shall answer and say, our hands have not shed this blood, neither have our eyes seen it. Be merciful, O Most High, because this is innocent blood so far. Be merciful, O Most High, unto thy people Israel, whom thou hast redeemed. And lay not innocent blood unto thy people of Israel charge, and the blood shall be forgiven them. So shalt thou put away, because it's blood for blood. That's why we had those sacrifices. You know, the Most High killing, he was a shadow of things to come. You know what I'm saying? So, verse 10, when thou goest forth to war, hold on. Verse 9, and this is what it is. So shalt thou put away the guilt of innocent blood from among you, when thou shalt do that which is right in the sight of the Most High. See? And this is all things that how we offend the Most High. Right? Hosea 5:15. Let's go there. Book of Hosea, chapter 5, and verse 15 all the way to the bottom. And it reads, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. What? By doing the right things, righteous things. And seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. You see how this is? You see how we're defining things and I'm going to let you know. And this is how it is in the shield of wisdom. We like to define things with the Bible without going to that blue letter Bible. Now, me personally, and it's truth, I grew up with it, but I've learned how to go without it. I'm learning how to go without it and use the records, the biblios, the Bible, to define things. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. You see that? See how that just goes together? Let's go back to Deuteronomy 21. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21, verse 9. So shalt thou put away the guilt of innocent blood from among you, when thou shalt do that which is right in the sight of the Most High. See? When thou goest forth to war against thine enemies, and the Most High thy power hath delivered them into thine hand, and thou hast taken them captive, and seest among captives a beautiful woman. Now this is with all them coming against us with war, and this is all and instructions on us when we go against war with people, right? And then it's talking about also, Salakia, you know, this innocent blood that has been slain near the nearest city, and the elders of that nearest city got to come over there and say how they have not known of it and they have not done it and everything else to take that guilt away from Israel so the Most High don't start killing people because it's innocent blood over here that's been shed. And now we're going into part of that of us in war. Remember, he said, kill every man alive. So if there's every man alive, that means these men had daughters that are old enough for a man, and they see her, a beautiful woman, and it goes right here. Look at Deuteronomy 21:10. When thou goest forth to war against thine enemies, and the Most High thy power hath delivered them into thine hands, and thou hast taken them captive, and seest among the captives a beautiful woman, and hast a desire unto her, that thou wouldest have her to thy wife. Then thou shalt bring her home to thine house, and she shall shave her head and pare her nails, as to grow them back as a new beginning. Because when she shaved them off, a woman back then shaved off her glory, her hair, her covering, because her father's gone. That signifies her covering is gone. Shaved head. And the nails also. So she's bald headed. She's going to have a new covering and grow that new hair with her new husband. And then her nails are going to grow back pretty like they was before. Cut them off. Well, women love their nails, especially when they're naturally long. Love a woman with just natural nails, so not that neon press-on stuff. You gotta go pay all this money for them to get their nails done. I ain't getting that stuff paid for. Kiss my butt. I still love y'all. Deuteronomy 21:12. Then thou shalt bring her home to thine house, and she shall shave her head and pare her nails. And she shall put the remnant of her captivity from off her. And she shall put the remnant, her clothing, her heritage or culture, of her captivity from off her. And shall remain in the house, and bewail her father and her mother a full month. And after that, thou shalt go in unto her, and be her husband, and she shall be thy wife. Still don't treat them better than an Israelite woman. And it shall be, if thou have no delight in her, and if y'all want to talk about what nations, man, we could talk about that now. Just write in the comments and we can get there. Okay, because I know y'all, once y'all hear that, it's like, oh, but this nation and that nation, we can go into that. Right now, we're not. Okay, Deuteronomy 21:14. And it shall be, if thou have no delight in her, then thou shalt let her go whither she will, but thou shalt not sell her at all for money. Thou shalt not make merchandise of her, because thou hast humbled her. Can't make merchandise. You done humbled that woman. You can't make merchandise and sell her off. That's pimping. You can't do that. If a man have wives, now we're going to a new part. One beloved and another hated. And they have borne him children, both the beloved and the hated. And if the firstborn son be hers, that was hated, then it shall be, when he maketh his sons to inherit that which is he hath, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated, which is indeed the firstborn. You see? Because this son I had over here is the firstborn. He was born before this firstborn. And you know how you get two firstborns? Got to have two wives. You got to have more than one wife to have two firstborns or three firstborns. Okay? That right there is a smack in the face. All right? But he shall acknowledge, verse 17, but he shall acknowledge the son of the hated for the firstborn by giving him double. So it don't matter if you like the other kid more, you still don't give him a double portion more than a firstborn that's actually the firstborn. You don't do things like that. By giving him double portion of all that he hath, for he is the beginning of his strength. The right of the firstborn is his. Hey, y'all, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to continue this sometime this week or next Shabbat day. I'm always building with Zaquan, doing other classes. But that says Shalom, man. We're going to continue this. I'll let y'all know I got a video for tomorrow on my first day class at noon 30. So y'all tune in tomorrow and see what else I talk about. It's gonna be a good class, man, because these two right here, Deuteronomy 21 and 15 to 21, right, has a lot to do with tomorrow's class about the son. Okay, it's about the son. We'll get to the mother and daughter, but it's about the father and the son right now. Okay, and I'm gonna get to that.